Good evening, fellow gamers. Welcome to another edition of Duchess Gaming. I'm your host, Duchess. Today we're going to be checking out the Sacramental Manor, the second dungeon of Tera Online. This dungeon's got some crazy vampires and Lokian dudes. I don't even know who they are or what they're doing. They're just chilling out with some vampires in some crazy, awesome looking spooky manor thing, trying to kill some people. So the whole premise is we got like 5 quests to come in here to kill a bunch of people, because that's what you do in games. You don't even ask questions, you just go and take out everybody that you can see. And we have this crazy mind controlling thing going on, turning people into vampires. I don't know how it works, it just does. That's how antagonists work. But we just gotta go and be the protagonist of the game, go smack them in the face, say, hey man, stop doing that, it's bad. Stuff like that, I guess. So, we're in Sacramental Manor. This is a pretty cool, it's like a 2-tier dungeon. We step in and we're in the cellar, where they keep all their wine coolers and their other fancy things in the basement, because nobody wants to look down there. So it hasn't been cleaned in a while. There's spider webs, there's acid all over the floor, there's some crazy junk. But we have to eventually head up into the second level and start beating the crap out of the people in the house, because they're doing bad stuff there, and we're like, hey man, we know it's your house and all, but we gotta freaking kill you. Tough luck, it happens. So we're going in here. For some reason, there's like these crazy dudes that shoot out like lightning storms out of their butts or something. Still not quite sure. But we kill them because it's a video game. Why not? So, I don't know about you guys. I've been digging this game so far. This is the second or the 4th closed beta test that's been going on. The second that I've participated in. And it's been pretty exciting. There's nothing else like it, other than nothing. Pretty much. So this dungeon, it's got 4 bosses total. That's twice as many as the previous dungeon, the secret base, which is a lot better. The first boss is a optional boss. He's a Purpurian. In layman's terms, he's a bipedal bear, pretty much. He's chilling out here with a bunch of dudes. I think he's a zombie bipedal bears. Why not? Let's put freaking laser beams on their head, why don't we? Anyway, this is him. He's got his other zombie bear army who have pickaxes, or whatever those weapons are things, and he's pretty redonkulous. He calls us filth, but he's the zombie. We're not zombies. We're like Walking Dead all up in this bitch. Or they are, whichever way you want to take it. But we come in here, we're interrupting his slumber, his little party with all of his freaking little bear cub friends. I guess it's a Cub Scout meeting. I don't know. I didn't make the dungeon. We kill him anyway. It's Kagaron. He's still calling us filth. He doesn't have any manners like the people in this manor. Bad jokes. Bad jokes aside. We kill him, or we're in the process of killing him. We're throwing out our miniature nukes, our little ice balls, lancers lancing, the berserkers berserking, priest is priesting, sorcerers are just being generally badass. That's how it goes. But the boss is he's not too bad. Whenever he says, filth, don't touch me, he likes to poop out something on the ground that one-shotted me on a previous attempt, and that was not very good. I'm still not entirely sure what had happened. But when he says that he cannot die, which we will prove otherwise just momentarily, he spawns his little Cub Scout friends, and we proceed to kill them too. Because nobody likes to die alone. Except, you know, when all your friends are dying too. That's never good. Anywho, he's dead. Yay. He doesn't drop any loot because he's a bear. Where is he gonna hold the loot? Exactly. Heading out, going to the next boss. This place is pretty exciting. It's got... The whole premise is we're with another quest giver that we had met in the previous dungeon outside of, who was like exploring the whole place and scouting it out for us, and this time she's actually chilling with us. And by chilling, I mean she just kind of appears and we're like, hey, we gotta turn in a quest. We need that XP and gold. And she's like, hell yeah. But turn that into her. She's like, we need to go up. So, you know, we listen to her, do as she says without even second guessing. Because that's what cool people do, I assume. So, I'm not entirely sure how this whole dungeon came to be. How there were like demons, skeletons, freaking bear thingamajiggers inside of a wine cellar. But there is a pretty humongatron ladder that we go up. And it's just sheerly ridiculous because you're like, who is gonna... I'm sure this house is gonna be like 5 stories tall just from that one ladder, and it's only 2. You're like, it doesn't make any sense at all. But they did it. I don't know where they got the money or who the foreman was who was building this place. It's like, we need a 100-foot tall ladder to connect the basement to the first freaking story. And the vampires were like, we're vampires. Who gives a crap? Just put it in. We'll never use it. We'll make the demons use it. And this Duchess is like, well, you see, I got an umbrella and I'm cool as shit. Because everybody carries an umbrella when you're indoors and you got blood all over the floor. I mean, blood might just fly out of your face. You just gotta be like, umbrella, and protect yourself with it. So, this boss, kind of a pushover. She's like, oh no, like my little panda bear friend, I don't want to die alone. So she summons these crazy, wicked-looking vampire machine-looking things. I'm pretty sure they're clockwork toys that have umbrellas and looks like a toolbox, I'm sure, filled with vampire accessories. I don't want to go into detail. So, we just nuke them because why not? They're in the way. They're poking us with their freaking toolboxes and smacking us with their umbrellas. I probably just did that backward. But the Duchess is... she doesn't really deal much damage. She summons those little dudes and they come around and we kill them senselessly, and then she runs away like, oh crap, my only plan of attack failed. What do I do now? I run through a freaking couch. That's what I would do. That is the exact thing I would do if I was getting stabbed in the face by fireballs. I would just find all the furniture in the room and just run through it. Not even think about it. And she does it like 17 times. It's ridiculous. So we were like, screw it, let's just chase her down. Let's kill her through her plan of escape. So she had the couches to protect her, and it wasn't enough, sadly. Sadly, was not enough. And she knocks my ass down, and I got pretty pissed at it. So she's dead. We're moving on. It's only one room between the Duchess and the Duke. The Duke is the second to final boss. He's got all these crazy looking spinny, I'm sure they're Beyblades or whatever those elementary toys were. Well, you see, I don't know why they're... Anywho, going back to the game, we got the crazy blade dudes. They're dead. This guy's got a pretty sweet looking suit. Doesn't quite match because he's got the pinstripe pants and the normal jacket, but he's got a top hat that bends forward. I mean, everybody wants one of those. This guy, he's got a walking stick. It's his pimp stick to keep the Duchess in line, and he can use it like no other. This dude hits like a truck and is about as intelligent as one, because he made a 5-story house with freaking 2 stories. But he can spin on his little stick thingy, and it looks pretty sweet. It's a full like circle attack, and he's kicking you in the face, something like that. Well, this guy is pretty much a pimp with his pimp cane. It says Duke, but I'm pretty sure it should say pimp, because he's pretty awesome. Too bad we kill him, because pimping ain't easy. This guy sadly knows that truth. So he's doing his little twirly thing. He's smacking our tank in the face. We're not really appreciative of that, so we say, hey man, have some fireball. And he dies. So the trash in this game is pretty redonkulous. It's not as redonkulous as the first dungeon because there's sheerly a lot less of it. But still, they have a lot of health. There's a lot of them. Like, after we killed the Duke, all the stuff that we killed, like, more stuff came. It's like, oh, are you tired of killing trash mobs? Too bad. Have some trash mobs. Yo, dog, yo. So, apparently we can't walk down ladders anymore. Like, we can climb up all day we want. But when you walk down, you can't grab back onto it, so we just kind of had to jump down. And we didn't, there's not really any fall damage taken from it. So, I guess they had like some reverse anti-grav lifts while they had those ladders installed. Freaking genius vampires. I don't know. This room is a pain in the butt. We got some Lokian fireball throwing dudes with their crazy shield looking things that stab me in the face and hurt a bunch. They're throwing fireballs at us. They're making our days pretty crap. Because those fireballs hit for like 5k, we only have like 7k health, something like that. The tank's got a lot more than me, because I'm wearing wet toilet paper as armor, but that's aside the point. It's another bloody drenched room that nobody wants to be in, but there's a whole bunch of people here. Of course, they are blood shapers, so I guess it makes sense that they're chilling in a room full of blood. But I know somebody's gonna be like, well, they're blood shapers. They're in a room full of blood. Well, I don't want to hear it, because I already pointed that out. Thank you very much. Luckily, they don't know how to keep their blood inside of them because we're stabbing them in the face with frost bolts and lances and other assorted flavors of weaponry. But this final pull, I guess you could call it, it's 5 of those blood shapers, and they're all throwing fireballs at you the whole time. And the way to initiate the boss is that big generator thing in the middle, also known as a rock, that's on a stand. We have to destroy that. And in order to destroy that, you poke it, you stab it, the same way you kill stuff in every other game. So here we go, running up to the generator, throwing fireballs at it. We got the Lancer there poking it. And the generator's going to fall down, and we're going to have a lovely cutscene. And when I mean lovely, I mean lovely cutscene. And by lovely cutscene, I mean there's going to be a woman there who's in some, of course, very protective armor. We all know that the more revealing the armor is, the more protection it gives you. That is MMO fantasy at its best. That's how it works in real life. I'm just going to keep it that way, because I like it. So this dude, he's a big spider-looking thing. Malgarios, Malganian, I think it's Malgarios, something like that. He's apparently very angry, he's very hungry, and he is insane. That is how every antagonist is in every MMO. They are insane. And they're possibly hungry and angry. Not entirely sure. They might be. Depends on the day and what time. And if they had a snack or not. But this dude, he's got a whole bunch of health. Like, a whole bunch, a lot of health. It's about this much health. Which you can't see my hand gestures. But just assume it's like my arms are stretching across the room saying this much health. This first part, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. We kind of wipe. We kind of get our ass handed to us on a bloody silver platter. Because at like 75%, every 25% he goes and summon ads. And he summons more spiders that just come and make your day utter shit. Like, that is their pure intention. The developers of the games are like, we are going to make something that makes the player's day utter shit. And they're like, it's going to be in a room full of blood. They're going to be fighting a boss that is angry, pissed off, and freaking hungry. And we're going to throw spiders in there. And it's like 8 of them. So here we got the freaking 800 spiders. Yes, it is 800 spiders. My computer couldn't even render them all. It's just that many spiders. And our tank goes down, then our priest goes down, and then ultimately we all go down. So we're like, well, crap, that kind of sucked. So here's our second attempt. Our tank kind of went derp and decided to go ahead and grab the boss while we were all like just now like getting ourselves back together. We're like, yay, we just died. I need a cup of tea and some crumpets. And he's like, I'm just gonna spoil your shit. Let's fight. So we're in this fight. We're like half capacity right now compared to the first pull, but we decided to try something else. We got the Lancer at the 75% when the boss like goes to run all the way back into the other room. The Lancer chains him back, so he like completely forgets what he's doing. And that helped out a ton, because the boss actually decided to actually, you know, not spawn any ads. Like, he just runs back and goes, oh, I was doing something? I'll go back to killing you guys because I am hangry. Hungry and angry. Hangry-saying. Hungry, angry, insane. Gonna add that to my dictionary someday. So he turns back around. This is the best attempt so far. This is actually our only second attempt so far. And there's no ads, so this is a lot better. We're killing them a lot quicker. Or, well, we haven't died yet, so that is a positive in my book. He's still pretty redonkulous. He's doing the crazy, like, piano slamming the tank. He's like, "Wha-cha!" And he does like a full 360 with his little claw thing. He just rip apart everybody who's there. Luckily, I'm chilling at a comfortable 10 meters away from the boss at all times, because that is how I roll. And I'm calling down my nukes. I'm all like, nuclear launch detected. And it drops down a bomb. Hope somebody got that reference. And that got that little eye above my head, meaning I pulled aggro, and he's like, well, I don't like these fireballs coming up my butt. Who's doing it? Oh, it's you? I'm gonna beat your face in. I'm like, no, don't do it. Teleport away. So I did. And he decided to quit thinking about me. So Malgarios, the Manor invasion of the Sacramental Manor. The crazy redonkulous place that has demons and vampires working together for the greater bad, to put it bluntly. I'm not quite sure what this guy is exactly. I think he's like a spider, but I'm not sure if he's like a god or something, because that chick in the cutscene was pretty pissed that we came in and destroyed her rock. So I would be pretty pissed too, but if I had the ability to summon a spider to beat somebody's ass, I would be kind of scared to use that, even if they broke my awesome rock. I'd be like, well, you kind of deserve it, but this is kind of ridiculous. So, our tank here missed his pull, so he's running back. He's like, oh shit. He's running all the way back in. And he's like, alright, now I need to get my 800 spiders again. But this time, he's only got 2% health. So we're like, screw the spiders, let's just kill the boss. And luckily, he like trips on like a bloody icy or something and smacks down on his face. So we take the opportunity to stab him in the face. So he's dead. We got these spiders to deal with. It's not too bad when we don't have a boss beating our face in the whole time. And luckily, this run turned out to be successful. Even though we were only at like 20 stamina out of 120, we were like fighting with like sticks and stones, we were still able to come out on top, which is pretty damn cool. I've been enjoying Tera so far. I hope everybody else has that have been playing. If you have not had a chance to play, I hope my videos have been helping you out, keeping the urge down, or if you've never seen the game, just now introducing you to it. It's pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to the early access in April, and hopefully finally start playing in May. And I hope you guys are enjoying it overall. If you guys are enjoying it, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what I can do better. And I hope you guys have a fantabulous night. And I will see you guys in the next video. And something like that. Good night, everybody.